Dexter Season 5 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you aren't caught up to the point where I am, rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 5 episode number 2. The title of this episode is called Hello Bandit. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off the episode with Dexter swimming as he's talking about the 7 steps of grief. Everybody is staying over at Deb's place, Dexter's old place, and Aster, as expected, is being quite difficult to deal with, as she should due to the tragedy that she suffered. And then Dexter is being interviewed by the FBI, and they're wondering why Arthur Mitchell would target Rita. They don't think Dexter's a suspect. They just wonder why Arthur Mitchell would kind of avoid his MO, because usually it's a single mother that they go after, or he goes after, I should say. All the FBI really has is this Kyle Butler character that they're going to get some composite sketches of. And Dexter is renting a van. Dexter notices blood in one of the vans, and that's the one he decides to rent. Dexter's at the house packing things. Elliot stops over and says he's sorry about everything. Elliot keeps mentioning that he's got to give up everything and be there for the kids like 5 or 6 times. Cody notices all the beer in Deb's fridge back at Deb's place. Aster is being a problem again. Cody says he actually likes it at Deb's as it's just like camping. Dexter goes to investigate the blood in the moving van. He takes Harrison with him. Lots of blood in the van, some of which he couldn't see until he got a closer look. And Dexter finds out that Boyd Fowler was the last person to rent the van. Dexter gets a raccoon dead on the road, so he found a dead raccoon and put it on the road because Boyd Fowler works for the the dead animal pickup, and calls it in. Boyd comes back, starts to CSI Dexter of all people, as he knows the coon wasn't hit by a vehicle. He says "Hello Bandit" to the coon when he arrived, the episode title. Angel is wondering about a rather large savings account that he's found out that Maria LaGuerta has. Deb meets a uni officer, Sierra Manson, while at a decapitation crime scene. Dexter is trying to find a way to help the kids grieve their mother's death. Deb tells Dexter everything is going to be okay with the kids. Deb decides to go stay at Quinn's for the night as there's no room for her at her own place, and she doesn't want to share a bed with Aster and get kicked all night long again. Quinn goes in for a kiss when Deb arrives, and Deb calls him fuck puddle. Where do they come up with these lines that Deb has? Fuck puddle? Really? Fuck puddle. I've never heard somebody say fuck puddle before. Wow. Okay, so Deb just wants to sleep and not have Quinn's sausage fingers all over her. Quinn's okay with that. Dexter and Aster are fighting all the time, and Cody hates it. Deb is denying having sex to Quinn. It's a match. The victim was decapitated with a machete, which the uni officer Manson had mentioned. That could be a possibility. Another dead body. Deb confirms to Officer Manson that she was right about the machete. Masuka doesn't like dealing with the blood as he's covering for Dexter. When is Dexter coming back? He needs to hurry up. Dexter is going to Boyd Fowler's place to see if there's anything there to be able to get Boyd on his table. And then Boyd comes home for lunch. Damn it. Dexter finds a lock of hair on his way out, though. Boyd keeps saying "take it" while listening to a self-help video or self-help tape. Take it, take it, take it. That's going to be a theme in this season of Dexter. So Dexter actually hadn't left yet. He was on his way to leave, I mentioned. And then what Dexter does is he follows Boyd to the middle of nowhere. Deb doesn't know where the kids are. She calls Dexter wonder if he knew where they were, like if he had picked him up, and he's like, no, it's their grandparents' time to pick him up. And Aster and Cody are actually back at the house where they lost their mother. They're in the bathroom. They're staring at the crime scene, although it's been cleaned up. Dexter goes there, and Aster says Dexter made things worse when he came along and came into their lives. Cody says it's not Dexter's fault, but it is Dexter's fault. Aster says she wants to live with Grandpa and Grandpa, doesn't want to live with Dexter as he's never home anyway. She doesn't actually say that. I'm just mentioning that. Quentin gets the Kyle Butler sketches from La Guerta to kind of see if there's anything he can get out of those. And Maria tells the Angel that he spends too much money. That actually gets Angel mad, so he tells Masuka drinks on him tonight. Dexter tells Deb that Cody and Aster are leaving. Deb calls Quinn and says, okay, we had sex. I admit it. Okay, why did you do that now? Why couldn't you have done that earlier? At the bar, a guy tells Angel that when Maria first started out, she was a fine piece of ass. She's still kind of a fine piece of ass. And because of this, Angel starts to fight with this guy. I believe he's a cop. We find out later on. Cody says goodbye to Dexter, and he's very sad about it. Cody gives Dexter a really good hug and doesn't want to go. And then Aster even decides to give Dexter with a very, very half-ass hug. Like what was that? Barely a hug. And then Dexter goes back to check out the barrel that Blood Fowler had put in the lake in the middle of nowhere. And there is a dead body in there. A dead woman. Things are worse. Much worse, Dexter's narration says as the episode ends. So, I didn't really like this all that much. I didn't find myself very intrigued by anything that happened in this episode. I'm sure a lot of you did. I didn't. I didn't even spot Soderquist. I don't know if he took a break. I haven't seen him for like 2 or 3 episodes. Maybe I haven't. I just haven't noticed. I don't know. As far as a score of this episode, I'm going to give it a 7.3 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Aster, although you could give it to Deb again, but I'm going to give this one to Aster for sure because Christine Robertson is actually a really good actress on this show when she's on it. And my male character of the episode is Quinn. So pretty much the same as the last episode. Either Deborah or Aster and Quinn as the characters of the episode. So I didn't really have a favorite moment. Nothing really got to me in this one. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So if you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this video, or if you want to share it on your social media platforms, please do so. But I'm not asking you to do that. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are. What would you score the episode? Who would be your favorite characters of the episode, male and female? And what was your favorite moment? And you can rate the person that Dexter kills, although he doesn't kill anybody in this episode. And then last but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, so don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.